Like Roman Vagaboond says, I don't see the point of small talk. It's usually just like to vibe with the other person. It's to vibe with people. That's like, it's usually how you introduce yourself with other people. Is this person cool? Creating community bonds is Praxis. Creating links with your community. Hey, listen, if you can make like a random person in your community, like some normie, become friends with a communist, you're doing Praxis, my friend. If you can become a community leader by saying hi to everyone, by being friendly, by doing small talk, but like creating a warmth with someone else. I think that's what small talk is. Creating a warmth with someone else instead of being coldly alienated from each other and not creating these bonds. Creating bonds is exactly what capitalists don't want you to do. They want you to be alone. They want you to be all isolated and fuck that. Talk to the people around you. Become friends with them. One day they'll learn that you're a communist and then they'll be like, I have a communist friend. That's weird. And through proximity, you're doing Praxis. You're making friends is the true activism here. What makes you think capitalists want everyone to be alone? That seems like an unwarranted stretch of reason. Communities that get together are dangerous for different reasons. First, for class awareness. Okay, an example. Before unionizing my workplace, there was this rumor that we were not allowed to talk about our wages. You're not allowed to talk about your wages. And there's a reason why they don't want us to talk about our wages. There's a reason why they don't want us to cozy up for those reasons. Is so that we don't coordinate together, which we ended up doing. They were kind of right to tell us to not do it, because when we did, we decided to unionize. There's a political force in community building that can only be at the detriment of the capitalist. That's something I believe in. If your community is strong and decides to defend its own interest instead of comply to the interest of the capitalists, because I do believe that they are conflicting, then that can become a danger to capitalist interest. If you decide to have a mining company in a city, whether or not people are organized together is going to determine how easily you'll be able to get away with some shitty parts of your exploitation, shitty parts of your mining endeavor. Let's say, if the population doesn't care, they only care about their own little self-interest, and they don't communicate with others, they don't bond as a community, then the mining company can do whatever they want. They can have big trucks going, in the city, in the center of the city. They can maybe pollute the lake that's next to you. Of course, all of that might impact your own, self-serving interest as an individual. But as an individual, you'll never have the power to fight back. The power to fight back lies in communities, in numbers. So, all right, maybe after talking all that, I think the reason why communities are a danger to capitalists, or community building and becoming connected, is because it's easier to have individuals comply to your own interests, because it disempowers them. Communities empowers people, and when communities are empowered, they can better fight back private or corporate interests that they might not agree with. If I don't agree with a corporate interest in my city, I can't do anything all by myself. I can do something, and I can apply pressure. I can do something if I know people around me, and I can federate them around, or we can federate ourselves around that problem, that issue. Another example is individualism encourages consumerism. Why the fuck do every single person needs a lawnmower? You mow your lawn maximum once a week. There's no reason why you can't pass around a lawnmower and split the cost of a lawnmower between 5, 6, 7, or even 8 neighbors. There's no reason for that. If you create community building bonds and you start, doing that praxis, you can be like, yeah, instead of buying a full lawnmower each, what if we all get together, buy those tractors that you can sit on? It'll be so much more cool, and we'll probably spend less each because we'll be sharing it. And if there's something that happens, like it breaks or whatever, we split the repair cost in 8. It's not going to cost it will cost maybe a dime, but it's not going to cost a fortune. That is an example of a community or community bonds. Those interests are antagonist to the capitalist interest, which they would like everyone to buy a lawnmower. Of course, that's 8 times the profit. Yeah, that's another thing. JTVJ says false scarcity through coercive labor puts everyone at competition too. Yeah, that's true. Everyone's at competition under capitalism. Competition is the driving force of capitalism. I think even people who are capitalists will agree that competition, they just think that competition is a good thing. But if you believe that competition is a good thing and that's the driving force of capitalism, you have to agree also that community kind of goes against that, or can go against that. Someone said, because material goods fill the spaces in between atomized individuals. I liked it, but I can't find it. Oh, it's NB. Good job, NB. That was beautiful.